defenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off-air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Bortles. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Foles completes it to Ajayi. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. So after the INT, it's Bortles, escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion now is Lee. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
In motion right is Robinson. From the gun, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. And Robinson with a big catch. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 42 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Telvin Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Here's Foles. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Donnie Jones now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In motion left, Robinson. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. In motion left, Robinson. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In motion left, Robinson. Throwing is Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer and making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion now is Lee. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. No gain on the play there, it'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. and we'll break that one soon.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of them.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a score closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
In motion right is Robinson. On first down, Bortles. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw is Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Room here to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick-six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Bortles. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Taken right on the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Foles, and that'll be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Come back. Two jet, black 22. Black 22.
Halfback sent in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Marcel Darius in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? In motion right is Jeffrey. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Jaguars getting set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 29. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going to try and throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Tillman Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And now here's a carry heading left. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Doug Marrone has made the call. His guys are going for it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The open man is Smith. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 43 yards. They run the counter now on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Foles He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 38 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The Jags do snap it. It's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
to throw. Bortles. Flush to his right. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 3, second down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now Bortles. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Foles. Finding room inside the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Come back.
So the D-line's going to spread out. A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This will be from 53 for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So what a finish here as they maneuver into the outside of his range. He steps up and drills it from long distance.
And Brandon, that was no gimme, was it? These kickers, though, all they want is a chance. And he knew that one was good the second it left his foot. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One final try now for Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.